There we go. Ooh, I like that. Oh, there we go. Up until like literally 59 seconds ago, I was feeling a little tired, feeling a little low energy, but that song just, I'm like conditioned now to become fired up
Pavlov's
whenever
law,
I hear
baby.
that. Exactly. I'm drooling, ready to go. Gentlemen, good morning. Well, it's probably like evening, bordering nighttime for you. Hey, Victor? Sorry, Quantic?
Yeah, over here is evening. It's about 6 o'clock, so it's all good.
Okay, okay. Well, it's about 9 a.m. here, and then Kobe, where are you at?
It's 11:04, baby, Central Time, holding it down, smack dab in the middle of the USA, baby. Happy
That's what I'm
Friday.
talking about.
You
And the
guys
reason I
made
bring
it.
this up, is because I know that this is the alpha that people are coming for. They want to know what time it is where we are located in the world. So you're welcome. You're
Heck
welcome.
yeah.
What's
Heck
up,
yeah.
everyone? My name is Trav. We've got Quantic, we've got Kobe together. We are Web3 Matters, and we are jumping into a very exciting episode today. Something that I don't know about you there, guys, but I've been putting a ton of work into figuring out which apps suck, which apps rock, and then what's kind of in between, trying to figure out, which ones are the best bang for the buck, which ones you can use for free, which ones are gonna, all these different things. And we're gonna get into that in here in a quick second here. We've done all of this work so you don't have to. So let's pass the mic around. Let's see how you guys are doing right now. I'll start off with you, Quantic. What's happening? How you feeling about our stream today?
So I am feeling pretty good. The thing is, though, that we are just sharing the link here on our community on X. We don't have any likes. We have only 4 views, and we don't have people in. So we are
Oh,
being censored again, man. So we will need to put some work into that.
we're being censored. Well, crap. This is when you guys. This is where you guys. Let me get closer here. Let's get personal here. This is where you guys come into play here. We need your help. Let's get this alpha to the rest of the world. Let's give this stream a like, a repost, maybe a comment, maybe some comments on some comments. But of course, the most important alpha hack is or algo hack. There it is. Give it a bookmark if you can. We love you. That's all we ask in return. Let's get back to it. Quantic, first of all, thank you so much for bringing that up because, we want to empower people. We want to make your time spent out here on X as profitable as humanly possible here. So that's going to help get that message across to everyone out here today. So Kobe, where are you at?
I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. Thanks also Quantic for dropping that in there. I made sure to repost. I'm over here building up the deliverable for today, for our freebie for today. So I'll let Trav introduce the topic, but I'm really, really excited. For my 9 to 5, I've been compiling this list of tools, and obviously we've talked and shown a bunch over the past few months. And so I'm excited to kind of zoom out from the vibe coding only, like walkthroughs and stuff, and like show people some tools that do use AI, but kind of like vibe do whatever the thing that it is, right? Vibe video editing, vibe slide creation, vibe studying, some cool stuff, and some ones that you've heard of that kind of go on notice and fell under the radar since there's new stuff coming out all the time. Travis mentioned it before with one of the tools he's going to show today. There's just too many drops to stay ahead of, so I'm excited that we're going over this today.
So I'm already learning something.
And Bitcoin's pumping. And Bitcoin's pumping
Bitcoin
again.
is pumping. Solana's pumping. Tons of major alts are pumping. the liquidity is trickling, but it's also still up top. It's not really trickling. It's just spreading out. There's just more. I don't even know. Anyways, we got to have a market overview live stream sometime soon here. And if you guys
Yeah.
are interested in that, let us know because I'm chomping at the bit. What I was saying
I
here,
am
gentlemen,
too,
is that
you know, I am too,
Sorry,
even
go
though
ahead.
I've been like a bear, but I'm like typical get excited at the top guy. And so if I'm a top signal, I don't know, I hope not. But anyways, I've been charting again a little bit lately. So I would love to do a market update with you sometime.
Excellent, excellent. Well, that's actually maybe we'll drop a quick teaser on our episode for next week that we've been chatting about behind the scenes because I think this is a great segue, if you will, into that. If you guys are fired up about where crypto's at right now, if you guys are wanting to get the alpha, figure out what's happening, where to spend your tokens. Maybe actually Quantic. I know you're the one who thought of this idea. You want to mention what we're thinking about for next week?
So one thing is that it seems that this week in particular, a lot of us that work like with Web3 matters and support behind the scenes also, we were busy. So we did like the promotional thing as usual, but was kind of like kind of superficial. And right now we're seeing this lack of traction in this live stream. And, it's a good reminder that it is very important to not only be consistent, but the way you engage has to be meaningful. So the past week I had a friend, I have friends on other ecosystems, and he asked me, like he's a Solana Dejan, and he asked me what are my thoughts about like doing live stream and Pump Up Fun, and I was like, I don't have any thoughts. Then I started looking into it, and obviously at the surface level, we all have heard about all these Dejans doing crazy things that are certainly not something to be proud of, but fundamentally, in terms of like streaming platform, I couldn't find any reason of why would some creators not go there as a default because you will have like your coin as far as I understand, and you will have like the same sort of functionality for streaming. And so like from that point of view, I don't know, like really, why are we streaming here on X? My answer right now is that we're streaming here on X because we have most of our people. But as you
Yeah.
can see, we have a significant drop today, right now, because we haven't shared enough on the platform, right? So my question is, what happens on pump.fun in which you might have the same functionalities, but people are also incentivized to participate there because they have a stake, right? What is the stake? They are probably going to, if they are going to be watching that at some point, it's very likely that they are going to become holders of that creator coin. And I think that that model, it is still not yet well understood, mostly because how people see like Solana Degen stuff and the bad fame, let's say, from Pop.fun. But again, fundamentally, I've been thinking, why are we streaming here and not in pop.fun? And I don't have like any answer to that, like based
Can
on
you
what
can
I've
you
read.
stream on Pump Fun without a token?
Nope.
Got you. So launching unlocks the like go live button, basically.
Essentially, yeah,
That's
exactly. And
that's
I'm
kind of wild, dude.
right, and I
It is
haven't.
wild. Go ahead.
It's really cool too, and you don't have to necessarily be a holder of the token to actually to watch the stream. But what's cool is I was checking this out last night and doing some research. And by the way, for all of you guys who are here watching us on X and on YT, and I won't say the name because I don't want to get nerfed any further, is that we'll still be able to stream to all of you as well as Pump.fun as well. So that's the first thing. So we're
Sick.
definitely gonna keep going with that. Then also when you're actually searching like trending tokens and all of that, it's everyone's looking for the token that stands out. And what's cool is if the founders of that token are concurrently live streaming, their image, their icon it's like got a whole other look to it. It actually says that it's on air, and I think that's like a
Oh.
huge bullish signal to show. Well, not financial advice, of course, but from from a logical perspective, seeing that a token is has a live stream hooked up to it. For me, especially when it comes to meme coins, is a huge way to differentiate from the rest of the millions of just trash out there, because the founders are doxing themselves. Well, not all the time, but we will be. We'll be doxing ourselves.
Quasi doxing.
Quoxing, if you will.
Quoxing.
Exactly. And then we're active. Not only that, but we're delivering value through our live streams. We're showing you guys stuff. So I don't know. This is all speculation still. Quantic, please talk to me.
It is just, I want to clarify for the people that are joining right now, the live stream. Today, we're going to be discussing about AI tools for creators. But as a preview, we were discussing internally, the question of where to stream and why to stream on one platform or another. And Pump.fun came up as an interesting possibility. And what I can add to that is not only all of us are doxed, we're not like really even traders, right? We're creators. That's something that fundamentally different. And if you look at the trajectory of Web3 Matters, it has been growing, right? We have been here for years and it has been growing. So what I would say is that probably Web3 Matters, if we continue doing this and we continue to provide value as we consistently try to do, it will likely keep growing, right? And if you have your sort of creator token, I don't know. If the brand is growing, what usually happens with those tokens? Again, I don't want to give anyone like financial advice or that they focus on the speculation side, but it does
Let's just do
seem
the
to
math
me,
here.
yeah, it does seem that like it's not crazy. That's what I'm saying. Anyways, that's all that I want to share for now about this topic. If you're watching this for the people in our audience and have some comments or experience about it that you want to share with us, please do so because we are talking about it and we don't know really the answer and you guys can help us and you can influence the future of the platform, what to do if we eventually go there and whatnot.
Would it be fun if I shared a sneak peek of a graphic that I was just messing around with that could represent a potential token if we were to decide to do such things? Would that be a fun way to just break things up here a little bit? Oh, Kobe, your battery's less than 20%.
Oh, good looking out. Good looking out. I would say no, man. Let's leave it a mystery.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm happy I brought it up because now there's definitely a teaser here. Awesome,
Because,
gentlemen.
wait. One more thing, Trav. Next week, let's do this teaser. And also, I want to have a dedicated time to discuss all the bad things because I know that, right now, Kobe is not even participating in a lot of things related to Web3 and crypto. He's probably not the biggest fan of trading. I don't see him with meme coins. I'm not also a meme coin guy. I think you are also not that guy. So it would be nice to have all that criticism and all those like possible negative things discussed transparently and see what the community think and see if this makes sense or not.
I love it. Let's 100% do that. I'd even be down to do that on stream as well. However, my one counter argument for that, and I think it's going to end this conversation right now. Some brilliant individual told this to me once, and it's been words that I've been living by ever since. And those words are, let's fuck around and find out.
That's right, baby.
It is the only way. It is the only way to get information.
Exactly. By the way, shout out
100%.
to you there, Quantic, for being that man who told me that phrase. So represent. Let's go. Let's go. So real quick, let's drop one of those real quick because I'm excited. I'm excited about this. Let's dive into the topic at hand today. So just to kind of summarize what we're going to be doing today, guys, is we have literally spent thousands of hours combing through, testing, analyzing, researching different AI tools that are out there. And we believe we have found the most popular ones, but some of the best ones as well. I know I personally have, and we've all kind of chosen different niches or different kind of like focuses on which sort of tools we've been looking at. So why don't we pass the mic around and we can share kind of where we've been looking at. So myself, of course, I make videos. So I've been looking into the AI video generators, and I found a bunch of pretty cool ones that I'd like to chat with you guys about today. And then Kobe, why don't you let us know what you found?
Yeah, so I've got a few. I was just gonna do five, but it kind of grew to like seven or eight. Three little niches though. One that you are probably surprised to watch me cover are like slide generation, right? Or presentation generation. It could actually be, in terms of like content creation, you can actually like use these like slide creation platforms to create visuals like charts or graphs or something to support your written content, right? And then also I've
Sorry,
got
real quick. I'm just glad that you said that because at first I was like, why the heck is that relevant to a creator? But that makes a ton of sense. So thank you for clarifying that. Sorry,
yeah,
back at you.
absolutely. Then the second one is the other niche would kind of be like learning or studying or basically like let's say as a creator if you want to like learn study an algorithm or study a certain type of content, well you could like take some long form content from other platforms, whether it's like a long YouTube video at Alex Finn or whatever. You could actually put it in this platform and then learn it your way, right? Whatever that is, visual, audio, whatever. And then I think one AI agent builder in here as well. It's like a text-based agent builder that kind of like the lovable for AI agents, if you will.
That's really freaking cool, guys. I'm fired up. That one about studying. I mean, honestly, I'm gonna call myself out here. I'm a huge nerd, and I love
Same.
studying. Yeah, I love that stuff. So to figure out more efficient ways to do this would be just a game changer. I remember, and I'm curious if anyone in our audience can relate to this here. When I was getting ready for university, I did a Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Science in nursing. It was a 4-year course, and I'd been out of high school or been out of school. I'd gone to college for a couple of different courses here, but it had been about 5 or 6 years since I'd been in school. I just was so excited to get back into it. I spent a year straight researching different learning methods, how to memorize things better, how to learn things better, and I just freaking loved it. And that was like back in 2010. So now that we've got AI on our
I
backs here,
know.
I am so excited to see how we can freaking add fuel to that fire here.
That's so
Real quick,
meta of you, bro. Sorry to interrupt. So meta.
oh,
You were learning about learning.
yeah,
I
yeah,
love
yeah.
it.
That's we need to go deeper. We need to go
Yeah.
deeper. Perfect. So we're gonna dive right into that here. I'm gonna send the mic over to you here real quick, Quantic as well. But real quick, guys, I want to just ask both you guys. Let's add some comments into the Web3 Matters AI post because I realized that's one thing that we've been neglecting. We used to do that all the time for our spaces, but now since we've been over to live stream, we haven't been adding comments to the actual post. And then whenever comments come in, we need to be replying to those comments as well. So I think honestly, this is on us. It's our fault, not yours. It's our fault. So this is our fault that we got nerfed. So let's bust through. Also,
Let's go, baby.
we're
I don't
starting to
get it.
break
I don't
through.
get it. Just wanna make sure I understand. You're talking about on X on the comments section?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, for the actual post, and this is for you guys too, if you're interested in helping us out, go to the Web3 Matters profile, scroll down until you see the live stream post. Don't actually click on the live stream, just put comments under the post, and that's I believe from my own personal research some alpha to help boost this with the algo here as well. So let's see, let's fuck around and find out.
That's right,
I'm
baby.
into it. And we're actually at 60 views right now. And I'm also simul streaming to my account, and I've got 33 views. So
Yo,
we're
shout
getting
out.
there. Appreciate every single one of you guys. Thank you so much for being here. So, yes, Quanta, why don't you let us know kind of. I know you've had a crazy hectic week here, but I also know that you're a well of knowledge and a well of information. And I'm just kind of curious, typically, what sort of tools, AI tools, do you use on a daily basis?
So what I started doing is actually, you know how AI, they started with all the first the LLM models, then, specific tools for, I don't know, video or texting, whatever.
Mhm.
And then, as time goes by, the large platforms that are already established in each niche, they started incorporating tools of AI optimization, whatever, inside of their flows. So
Yeah.
right now, I'm particularly not using anything, for instance, for video, because all the video AI tools that I need are already integrated with CapCut, right?
Okay.
So I'm using that for like that side of things. I'm not really like doing very crazy stuff. Then for text, I still use ChatGPT mostly to check out my grammar and things like that. So what I have found is that with time, I'm using less and less of these AI tools, and I'm not really improving and learning because
Ooh.
there is just too many of them. Then I
Yeah.
feel overwhelmed. Like right now, when Kobe shared this internal list at the beginning of the week, I just opened it up and it was like, it wasn't much, right? About 20 or 30, whatever. But
It
it's
was
already
supposed
like,
to be like 150, but yeah, it ended
it's
up being
okay,
only
bro.
25.
Like, what happened to my brain is already at 25, let's say, I was
Yeah.
like, you know what? I cannot do this thing. I'm just gonna keep working. And I feel, listen, I feel like a lot of people are on the same trap as
They
I am
are.
right now.
They
And
are.
it just has cons, right? Obviously, I'm missing what the heck is going on. So I'm happy to be here on this live stream with you guys
Mhm.
that can tell me more. So those are cons. But on the pro side, like I'm already working, I would say, all right. And that also should count.
Well, let me
Right.
start off by saying, first of all, I want to get you the heck off CapCut. No, actually, I
Yeah.
was gonna say no shade to CapCut, but some
Nah, throw
shade to
all the shade.
CapCut.
Fuck CapCut.
It's
That's
just
right.
like Canva, man. Like, let me dive into this a little bit more, which is whenever I talk to a graphic designer, professional graphic designer, there is always this discussion between Figma and Canva, right?
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
obviously, all the professional designers, they hate Canva, they prefer Figma.
Hmm.
And then I use both of them, and I just find Figma too complicated. It's like it was thought only for professional designers, while in Canva I can just fuck around and make it
Right.
work. And the same with CapCut. I don't even have to watch tutorials. I can just fuck around inside the app with very minimal buttons that I can play, and it works. And I think that, it's something that a lot of people that go deeper into the rabbit hole kind of forget about. If you're a
Yeah.
professional video editor, probably you don't use CapCut, but it is
That
what
makes
it is.
sense. And you know what? My shade doesn't come from like it comes from just the vast amount of advertisements they have now. That just is like such a trigger for me. I hate advertisements. Sorry, Kobe, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, I agree with you, by the way. But to
Yes.
kind of piggyback off what Quantic said, like I think that is a larger, the kind of zooming out, right? Is the Canva versus Figma conversation, or the CapCut versus Final Cut Pro, or whatever the next level up, Premiere, Adobe Premiere Pro. I think, and with all the AI tools, it's kind of the same lesson that I've learned because I'm finding new 5 tools 5 days a week, right? So I have to find 25 tools every week. At the end of the day, it's all about picking, knowing the tools, but furthermore, understanding what tool to grab for the job, right? Or what knife to grab, depending on what you're cutting, so to speak, right, in your kitchen. Um, for like the Canva Figma thing, like I am relatively proficient in Figma, if you not counting like the auto layout stuff. But if I just need a quick thing, it's gonna take 25% of the time if I go into Canva and do it, right? And so it's all about just, hey, like, what am I doing? Which tool do I grab? And then go do it, instead of like, yeah, kind of like being trapped into one workflow at all times.
100%. And like for brand new users, of course, there's no question that it's definitely more beneficial to you to jump into one of these apps like Canva, CapCut. You know, the barrier to entry is like almost non-existent, and you can start editing right away, and like the more you do, the more you learn. So you know what, I retract a little bit of that shade. I think it's a great tool for beginners, and that's how I spent a lot of time on CapCut as well. So maybe that's where the resentment comes from. And we're psychoanalyzing Trav now for 2 seconds. It's just that it got me to where I am, but then I feel like they betrayed me with all their damn advertisements. So let's get into it,
Fair,
gentlemen. Let's get into it.
fair,
So
fair, fair.
how shall we start? Kobe, do you want to, or actually, you know what? Let's have some fun here. Why don't we do some video generating and see what we come up with?
Okay.
So I think it's pretty. So let me start off by introducing the 5 different tools that I've been spending most of my time on. So the 5 different tools are Higgsfield, But on Higgsfield, they integrate other video AI generators or generation tools, LLMs, what have you. So the main ones I'm going to look into are the Higgsfield one itself, WAN 2.5. Spoiler, it's awesome. And then Kling as well. And then the other two are Sora from OpenAI and Grok. I've actually been using Grok a lot. It's catching up. It's a little bit of a spoiler here. So to start off with, you guys want to test out one video generating tool,
Yeah.
what have you, on Higgsfield? Shall we do
Yeah,
that?
let's do it. And for those, while Trav pulls that up, like he said at the beginning, like Higgsfield is, a platform. They have their own video generation model, but they also, like you see right here, they have all these other models. They basically partnered with damn near everyone in the space, and so it's kind of your one-stop shop to generate all of these different videos as well. So
100%. So to test this out, basically, there's a couple different ways you can go about this. You can generate a video from scratch just from prompting, but the way I like to use it on a routine basis is take a still image that I have and then animate that. And that works great because whenever I'm actually video editing, you can basically take a screenshot, capture a screenshot of the video, upload it to any one of these AI video generators. You can add a subtle kind of AI hook to it and then plop that into your actual edited video, and it looks awesome if you do it subtly. There's levels to it. You can make it absolutely outrageous. You can have monsters come in, you can whip out phasers and take them down and stuff like that. Or you can do like a cool camera pan, or like a different like side angle or something like that. And those ones are super cool because I only have one camera right now that I'm using, and because I'm a solo creator, now instead of actually having to take that camera, ask my wife to come to the office and like pan it around me, I could just take a screenshot, load it up to Higgsfield, and it could do that for me. So that's been really cool. Disclaimer before everyone gets too excited, let's rein it in a little bit, okay? Is that it's kind of a pain in the ass sometimes to use because it sometimes the prompt, they get away from you and they don't quite understand what you're trying to ask. And even in Higgsfield, where all the prompts are pre-generated for you, it messes up sometimes. So that's why I like to use the Higgsfield one, the Kling one, and the WAN 2.5 one, just to kind of really see which one works. But each of them cost a credit, and so there's that to kind of consider as well. Overall alpha is to give it a shot. See which one works best for you, because it's not necessarily which is the best, it's which one recognizes the prompts that you feed it the best. So the best one for me might not necessarily be the best one for you. So what
Travis,
kind
is
of,
there, I was wondering, Travis, is there any way we can test this out? Like maybe now we can give it a
yeah,
prompt that we know is gonna work or we know it's not gonna work.
yeah, let's definitely do it. Let's check out viral, let's see here. Let's check out the viral
the effects.
hooks, viral
Yeah.
effects. So
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now thank you very much. We'll start off with the Higgsfield itself here. So why don't we take a look here? You guys, if anything's bumping out at you, why don't we'll choose the one that you think might be pretty cool. So I'll just like scroll down a little bit here. Go ahead.
The time lapse one right there with the guy in front of the bodega with
Guy
the
in
leopard.
front.
Yeah, right there. Rapid zoom in. Yeah, that one's
This
cool.
one
That's
here.
like a cool hook, right? You see a lot of those like in the first 2 seconds of a YouTube video, right? Where it's like, whoo, it's like,
That's
yo,
very
you gotta
true.
know this. I'm right here. I'm right here.
I love that. Okay, perfect. So you have here a start frame and an end frame. Because we're zooming in, maybe I'll add the end frame. And here's the picture that I chose just for shiggles. Where is it?
Oh, you're not
Open.
logged in.
Ah,
Gotcha.
thank you.
And so while he's doing that, it's like he's was talking about using multiple different engines before because you like kind of don't always know the results you're gonna get. And so it's like a compare and contrast thing.
Exactly. So here we go. This is the image that I have right here. Shout out to Sansa, by the way. I made a little video edit for Sansa. If you guys want to see this, this is a cool new feature from WAN 2.5 actually, where you can take an image, this is the image that I took, and then I applied it to a video scene or a movie scene. And it actually, the cool thing about WAN 2.5 is that it adds audio into your video generation, and it's sick. So here's Sansa.
This is Sparta!
There it is. Were you guys able to hear that? Did
Yeah.
the sound come through?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
sick. That's awesome. All right, so let's get back to it. So we have the rapid zoom in. It's going to end with an image of me. I'm not going to add any extra prompts to it. I'm just going to kind of see what comes up. But we will remember rapid zoom in as like the general principle that we want to perform. And when we try different AI generators, we can just, try to achieve a similar effect. So this one's actually going to use the Minimax Hailu version 2. So it's important to remember this because we have all these these are all the different integrations that are on Higgsfield. So we got WAN 2.5, we've got Kling, we've got the actual Higgsfield model, Minimax Hailu. So maybe it's cool that we're trying this one out because it's another one that's been pretty fun to mess around with. So this one's going to last 6 seconds, and the resolution, maybe let's go 1080p just for fun here as well. Higgsfield actually granted me with some free credits, so thank you, Higgsfield. Huge shout out to you guys. And let's get this going. Prompt is required. What? Why is a prompt required? That's strange. All right, points against Minimax Hailu. Maybe I can try a different.
Wait. What happens there when a prompt is required? Where do you have to input that?
I'm not sure if you can see my mouse cursor here. It's right
Yeah,
here.
I see it. I see it. Can we do a test? Let's prompt something. What is it say? Describe
the scene you imagine with, yeah. So what do you guys
Okay,
think?
so I want to do something concrete here, which is this looks too abstracted. And when I enter into Higgsfield and I see all of these videos, I literally cannot imagine how am I supposed to use this other than doing like some bullshit TikTok thing, brain rot thing.
Fair.
That's the honest, like, I'm gonna be honest with you. So
Yeah.
now, can we make this work for something that I could say, okay, this is certainly something that everybody should watch, or is very useful for XYZ or something specific?
Yeah, no, absolutely. So if you are in the business of making movies or videos, not necessarily movies, I think very few people actually make entire movies, but if you're in the business of making videos, then there is a world where AI is going to be helpful to you. And the biggest reason being is, like for me personally, is engagement value. People are actually going to want to watch your videos if you make them engaging. And AI is a very cost-effective, very efficient way to do that. So not necessarily, like, even, of course, for TikToks and shorts and reels and stuff like that, but even for, like, for example, I'll use my use case here. I'm a professional video editor, and founders hire me to create videos of me interviewing their founders so that they can, push that to investors, push that to VCs, push that to their communities. And just if you use AI subtly in different areas, and you use like realistic prompts, so like something like this where there's a rapid zoom in, could be believable. One could achieve this without having to use AI, but just having that kind of at the beginning, the opening 3 seconds of your video will add that engagement level that will really just capture people's attention. So from the perspective of myself, who's a professional who makes videos to get money, having that sauce at the beginning of your video to present that to your client is going to also capture their attention, and it's going to make you look pretty awesome. So
Okay, I fully grasp it now. Now I would like to apply that. So in this particular case, how would you envision we could use like this effect and this picture to achieve that?
Perfect. So this picture itself is a little outrageous, so I wouldn't necessarily use this picture for a video that
Okay,
I'm
yeah, that's
creating.
okay.
But what I would do is take the first frame of an interview. So let's say I'm introducing myself to the camera like this. I'll take this still image and then I'll plug that in to Higgsfield, and then I'll use a rapid zoom in, and it'll generate a 5-6 second video, which is basically the camera coming right towards me, and I can load that up into, for example, CapCut, DaVinci Resolve, speed ramp it so it happens in like a second. And so and plop that to the beginning of the video that I'm editing. And when somebody presses play on that video, you'll have, it's like the music starts, there'll be some sound effects of like a whoosh coming in, and the camera will come right into my face, and then I'll start talking right away. And just having that as a hook is going to take advantage of that crucial first 1 to 3 seconds of a viewer watching a video, and just make them want to watch more, if that makes sense, because you've spiked their dopamine, you've like
Yeah.
grabbed their attention, and that's exactly what we're trying to do here. Does that make sense?
Yeah, makes full sense. And I want to clarify something for the people in our audience on why we're having this debate and what is like the point. In social media, if you're a creator, there are two things that you need to know where you want to go. In order to become someone like relevant on a specific niche, right? After you pick your niche. So the question is, do you want to entertain or do you want to educate? You have to pick one of those, or maybe do a little bit of both, but you will be recognized by your audience by one of those two things. And there's no kind of in between, right? So if you're looking to grab attention and be entertaining, I think that what you just described is like genius, right? Because you have like this effect, it really catches your attention, and I think it probably works, right? That's why this tool exists, right? But on my side, I see it like from completely different eyes because personally, I'm not aiming at entertaining, just educate. So for me, like I can just record myself, and I know that if I'm talking about something exciting at Flirt that nobody knows, which happens from time to time, I know that I will get a lot of views, and I know that I necessarily don't maybe I don't need this kind of tool for that particular purpose. And I want people in our audience to kind of understand those different kind of scenarios and what are the nuances on both cases. And probably also in my case, I could use that also, just to make it more engaging at the beginning.
100%, 100%. And I don't know personally if the easier a video is for me to watch, for me to consume, the more I'm going to want to come back and watch more, the more of that video I'm going to sit there and actually watch. So not only is this good for the beginning of a video to capture someone's attention, it's also good to break up the video. So like if you have different subjects, if you have different topics, you can kind of refresh the viewer's attention and like have like a cool camera pan from left to right or right to left, to kind of suggest, or not suggest, but make clear that you guys are switching topics, you're on to the next one. It kind of delineates and breaks apart the video, which is also a really effective way, especially in an educational video. Sorry, one sec. There we go, little. Speaking about breaking up the video, you're welcome. See, wasn't that effective? Goodness gracious. Perfect. So was there anything else that you want to mention about that there, Victor, or sorry, Quantic?
No, I
Or
think it's
shall we?
great. I think it's great. We can move forward.
Perfect. Perfect. So, what are you guys thinking for a prompt for this here?
I was going to think, do like a kind of the intro of a video, right? Of a short video. So perhaps crash zoom in, where the subject is promoting an upcoming live stream.
I love it. I love it. Okay, perfect. So let's do crash zoom in where the subject is introducing a live stream. Do you want to add anything kind of crazy where you can see a like studio in the background, something along those lines. Is that too much?
I would say no. I'm kind of curious to see what it does without it.
Okay. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
copy this and let's do it.
And so
Okay.
what are your thoughts on like end frame versus start frame or both? Does this Minimax high-low need one of them, or can you do it without?
So it needs one or the other unless you
Okay.
want to actually just enter a prompt. So it says optional under both of them. So you don't technically need one.
Okay.
So you could just put in a prompt and describe the scene that you want. But for me, in my context, I edit videos. These are
Right.
stills from my videos. I would want to use one or the other, and you can use one or the other. So let's say I decided to take this picture and stick it in start frame. I could create the video, plop it into my video editor, and then just reverse it. That also works. Yeah, because essentially, if we were to put it in the start, it would maybe would it zoom in even closer? I wonder. That
Yeah,
may
I'm
not
not sure.
necessarily be the case for this one. I think maybe I would want to do an end frame because that's where the camera zooms into. So that's interesting, actually.
So how long does it take to generate this?
Not long, like 30 seconds at the most, usually.
And like each model is a little bit different as well.
It is a little bit different. So while this is generating, do you want to talk to us about your first tool? I can't
Yeah,
believe we're already
yeah.
at 9:43 here. And then also real quick, I want to quickly say hello to all you guys. We have 135 people watching on our Web3 Matter stream. We have 54 people watching on Trav's stream. Just want to thank you guys so much for being here. We are Web3 Matters, and today we were diving into some of the top and worst AI tools for different reasons, and we're going to share all of our findings with you guys today. Kobe, back at you.
Heck yeah. So yeah, I think if you remove your screen share, I can show mine. We can swap back.
On it. Stop.
Yeah,
All
one
yours.
thing that I want to ask in the meantime, Kobe, is if we're gonna have like a ranking, at least based on your experience, because probably you are the one that has tested the most. Because we're promising to people we're gonna have like the best and the worst, so hopefully we can get like information not only on how to use it and which one we're looking, but like
Mhm.
how would you rank them or
I,
classify them?
Yeah, for sure. I can do that right at the end. And I'll rank mine. I'll do just a brief overview of all the tools where I'll just like a 5 second, 10 second elevator pitch. And then I'm going to jump back into this Lindy one. I'm not going to do a demo or anything so we can get right back to Trav's video. And then at the very end, I'll kind of rank mine. So yeah, so let's go down the line here. So the first one, which is the one we'll come back to, I've kind of like show you a little bit more about this. This is Lindy.ai. And so this is just a vibe coding or like build an agent with a chat interface, right? And so the cool thing, if anyone's familiar with like Zapier, which is like a super simple like automation builder, this actually is like the Zapier for AI agents is what I would call that. And so we'll come back to that in a minute. Think about, whatever you would want as a creator or as a builder, what you would want to build an agent for, and then you can type it into this chat box and it'll ask you even questions, right? So we'll get back to that in a second. I've got a couple slide generation tools. This one's called Gamma, and I've used this before. It's pretty reliable. So you can like take a thing, give it this text, and it will output a slideshow, right? You get to like pick the colors and stuff like that. And so I'll show you guys that later. Another slide builder is Chronicle. They call this the cursor of slides, the cursor for slides. I think this is the best like landing page that I've seen in a while. But yeah, you could like make a pitch deck, make some type of graphic to support your text based content as a creator. And so you can see kind of the quality of graphics that you're able to make in here. Super high quality. Another deck builder or slide builder, or again visuals to accompany your written content as a creator, is DeckSpeed. This one's a little bit newer, but they did make #1 product of the month and of the day that they launched on Product Hunt. So those are the slide builders. And then the two educational ones, this is a brand new one dropped by Google Labs. So if you don't follow Google Labs on Twitter, I would say that's a good follow. They basically incubate like small AI tools and projects, and then they obviously amplify their reach. So you can actually like drop a PDF or whatever it might be, basically other text-based or visual content into here, and it's going to make a like dynamic, engaging learning experience tailored to how you learn. And then the last education one is my favorite. This is a gem that's been slept on. It's called Notebook LM. You guys have probably seen it before, but basically what I have used it for, and I thought that I was logged into, My Notebooks. I was a different account. But what I did was I took a YouTube video, and you can paste it in here. And then you can turn that in. See, look, link website. So I can put it in a YouTube video, and you can choose what you want to do with it. I created a podcast based on an Alex Finn, how to use GPT-5 video, right? A lot of you guys have probably seen that video. I turned it into a 15-minute podcast with 2 hosts. So yeah, super, super cool. And I think that's the last one. And then Google AI Studio, another one that most people don't know about. This is going to have...
Wait. Sorry, real quick here.
Yeah,
back on that, you created a podcast. It was just the script, or did it create
No,
a
it
video?
was full audio, 2 AI voices talking to each other. Yep.
What?
And all I did, I didn't prompt it at all. I literally just plopped the YouTube link in, and they went back and forth about, how to use GPT-5. But it was using the I assume it transcribed the YouTube video and then used that as the kind of source of truth.
Okay, that's freaking awesome. And then just for listenability and consumability, having a podcast in your headphones while you're going for a walk or something like that, it's a great way to learn.
Oh yeah. And so that one's, honestly, guys, that one is probably the simplest. It's got the most bang for your buck, honestly. To be honest, if you're going to try one tool today that you want to try in 5 minutes while you're in the bathroom, this is the one.
That is wild. And remind us what the name of that one is.
That is Notebook LM. So that's notebooklm.google.com. And again, I'm going to build I've already started building this like Notion document. So we'll publish all of these in a one succinct list over the weekend and have it to you guys on Monday.
I love it. Okay, guys, that's freaking awesome. So you guys, I just want to reiterate that there will be a Notion document for this episode here today. It will include all of the different tools that we are using with links on how to find them. So I'm definitely going to be checking that out. If you guys want that Notion document, let us know in the chat, whether you guys are, commenting under the posts or actually jumping into the live stream chat. We will be able to see them both. So let us know if you want that Notion document. We will hook you guys up here. So also real quick, we are officially trending now as, let's see here. We are on my screen anyways, 158 viewers. We are top 3 of what's live on X right now. So thank you all guys so much for joining us here today. And then I'll also just invite you, and that's you as well there, Quantic and Kobe. If you guys have a moment, add some comments to the live stream. Comment on some comments. I see you guys have both commented, but I haven't seen if you guys have commented on comments. Let's see how that goes. Let's fuck around and find out. Let's get back to it. Are you guys ready to see what was generated here? I looked at it. It's not the greatest.
Can kids watch this?
Yes, kids can watch this. The next one, maybe not. We'll see. It's bad. It's a failed experiment. You guys ready? Can you see it?
Yes. Yeah, fire it off.
Like,
Crash Team. Oh my gosh.
What is this? There's no crash zoom. I don't know what's going on here.
Oh my god.
That was awful.
That was my fault for putting the crash zoom in. It probably was redundant because yeah.
So regardless, I've set up another prompt. We're using WAN 2.5 now. They don't have they just have like a general AI video editor. It's not like for Higgsfield or for the one that we just used, where you click on an effect and it, automatically generates the prompt. We basically pick, so we do change. I went to WAN 2.5. I clicked general. That's all they have. And then I'll add in a prompt here, and I spiced it up a bit. I said crash zoom into the frame where the subject is introducing a live stream. So maybe we can even just get rid of introducing live stream. Go ahead.
The thing is that here, for making it work, you really need to know how to prompt, it seems.
This one is. So maybe you're right. Let's do something different. Let's do a Higgsfield one. Basic camera controls. Let's do crash zoom in. There we go. Let's get rid of oh wait, star frame is required. So let's just do, there we go.
And like for this, like maybe we don't actually need to say crash zoom, right? Because I think that's where part of where we went missed.
I'm just gonna get rid of that. So it'll be a 5 seconds. Here we go. Let's give this one a shot here. Save us, Higgsfield. Let's see. So I suspect this one will be better. I haven't used the first one that we used a lot. I'm glad we tried it because, you know, these things happen. And my hope is that this one will be quite a bit better here. So while I'm doing this, I know you said you wanted to. Oh, it's done already.
Yeah, the Higgsfield model is the fastest one, I think. Probably because they don't pipe it in from somewhere else. It's already like
that's
local.
Very true. Wait.
We don't see anything on the screen. Like
it still says in progress on our screen.
Okay. I was very confused there. I had. I'm an idiot. That was the issue. That was the issue.
Okay.
All right. Let's. I'm gonna take off my screen share here. I know you said you wanted to demo one of your apps here, so why don't you take us through that? And by the time you're done, hopefully mine will also be done. Ooh, is this a chart I see, Kobe?
Yeah.
Is this a little segue into our live stream next week? Where we might be live streaming also on Pump.fun, where we also might be creating a token.
It might be. Maybe. So yeah, I'll go through Lindy real quick just because I think this is like the okay, obviously Notebook LM is my favorite. I would say this is like the top most actionable one. But for everyone talks about AI agents, blah, blah, blah. And obviously there's like frameworks and, you know, I'm vibe coding I'm building my first AI agent from scratch right now. But just to, and that's a conversation for another day. But this one is, right, so the coolest part about Lindy is that it has templates, right? So I'm here in the template section. And, you know, I selected marketing since we're talking about creators today. Here is, you know, a bunch of different ones, right? Brand monitor, newsletter writer, blog writer, a content repurposing agent.
That's cool.
Right. A case study. Copywriting assistant.
Repurposing agent. That is sweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that. That's the one that looks like the most productive for me.
Yeah, I would honestly, for you, dude, I would suggest that you take, you know, some time this weekend to play with this because it's a very familiar workflow. So this is a custom prompt that I gave it.
I also saw SEO audit agent.
Yep.
Which is really cool.
This one's like a reply guy agent, right? This is when everyone talk, you know, we see it a lot too. Obviously there's kind of some, you know, if you do it right, you could do it good. I want to scan Twitter using an Amplify actor for keywords in my niche, then comment on them from my Twitter account, right? So then the next step is it opens up this agent builder, this workflow. And again, it'd be like you select a trigger, you can add knowledge bases so it understands like what your interests are. And here it has some questions, right? So I have a few questions to clarify, and then you can answer these questions, and then it'll actually build out the flow for you. And yeah, that's it. Templates, and then the kind of the visual builder here. And so if you guys have seen, you know, Zapier, right? You guys know what that kind of looks like this, right? Like this is Zapier. This is Zapier, right? Where it's like, do the thing, then the thing, then the thing, then the thing.
That's cool. Yeah. I remember looking into that about a year ago.
Kind of use that. Do creators even use these kind of tools?
I will, you know, for the thing, depending on what they do, right? Like if they want to make a reply guy, like some type of automation for their content, then yeah, like if I post, instead of using a scheduler, maybe I want to make a post on Twitter and then have my AI agent automatically like change the tone and vibe and then post that same post, but tailored for LinkedIn, for example, right? Like you're going to use different tone and formatting for a Twitter thread versus a LinkedIn post. Or to repurpose that video content as well. So again, so that's my favorite and the coolest, but Notebook LM has the most value right away. In 2 seconds, so you can get value there. So Trav, back to you.
Awesome, awesome. Those are freaking stellar. I'm really fired up about those. I'm definitely going to be incorporating those into my workflow immediately because I can see that like at least 3 different areas in my workflow where that's going to have a huge impact here. Okay, let's get into the video editing. So it didn't work. So I found another one, crash zoom out, and I've started to generate one for that. So basically what happened was it zoomed in further, which wasn't the look I was going for. It worked. It did what it was asked to, but it wasn't the effect that I wanted. So my hope was that it was going to start from far away and zoom into this picture.
While
It
that's
didn't do
going, I
that.
got a question, dude. Why do you always leave the enhance on? This is something that I learned about in when using Leonardo back in the day, when kind of
Yeah.
Leonardo was popular. Do you always leave that on?
I have. I've never really experimented with taking it off actually, because my
Dude,
prompts generally
you're
suck.
that's fair. I'm like the guy that like writes a prompt, then like tells ChatGPT to like optimize it, and I tell it the
Yeah.
model, and then I tell it to go look at like best practices for that
Oh
model
wow.
in documentation, and then rewrite the prompt for me. I'm that
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
And so if I do all that work, I don't want Higgsfield in the background changing what
Mm,
it's like enhancing is like putting a conductor in between the orchestra and the fans or the
ooh,
audience. Like
I
I don't
like
need no
that.
conductor.
Okay, that's pretty badass. Okay, that's good to know. So I don't do any of that due diligence when it comes to creating my prompts. I don't even make prompts. So there we go.
Well, maybe I
Okay.
don't know, dude. Maybe I could make a an agent with Lindy that helps you write prompts, right? That
Oh,
you plop the prompt in, and then it does all those things, and then returns you back
that sounds pretty fantastic. Why don't we, yeah, let's definitely chat about that because that could be beneficial for our community as well. If you guys want to see this, let us know in the chat. So here's the first one with the crash zoom in, and it went in closer and I'm all angry and stuff. So I'm not going to use that one.
that. I
That
love
one's,
it, dude. I love that.
that one's a
Be
little
okay,
aggro.
like it does the job, like it does
It
the
does.
job that you're asking it, so I guess
Yeah.
it's fine as a tool.
Exactly. So so what I would do for this one is that for the second one, I did the crash zoom out. So I basically changed this and I selected the crash. So this one was the first one we tried was the crash zoom in. Now I'm doing the crash zoom out. And this is what it came up with. And what my plan would be if I want this to be the opening scene of a video, I will just plop this into my video editor and then reverse it. So just keep that in mind as you're watching this. So let's see how this one did. There we go. That's kind of perfect, actually. I think that's kind of perfect. So imagine the beginning of a video. So it would start here and it would zoom in because I would reverse it and I would also speed ramp it. So it's not going to last 5 seconds. It'll probably last like a second to a second and a half. And it'll immediately, I will immediately start talking essentially, if that makes sense. So that was kind of perfect. And like you can see that it looks very real, it looks very realistic. So if I were to do that, speed it up, add those, reverse it as well, it could be believable as like that somebody was in the room with me with the camera zooming in on me at the beginning of a video. How does that land with you guys?
It makes sense. I think, it all comes down on how good you get at playing around with this stuff and actually
100%.
creating prompts that you know how it's going to look like. So probably, watching some YouTube tutorials of other creators utilizing these tools for the specific purpose that you might want to use, whatever it is, this is probably the way to go.
Right? Or so for sure that also the it doesn't take long to be able to understand these things. Like I said, I'm a terrible prompter, and I was able to kind of get to this realization of this would be my use case for Higgsfield after maybe 2 or 3 days of just playing around with it. And at first, I didn't even pay for a subscription. You're allowed to do like 1 or 2 generations a day. So even from just doing that, it does not take you long to kind of figure out what works, what doesn't, what you can do with this, but then also what you can use these for in your video editing needs, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think it makes sense.
So yeah, as we're
One
chatting
thing,
here,
guys,
sure, go ahead.
please go ahead, because what I realize is that again, time goes by like very fast, and we want to provide the ranking. Probably Kobe
Yes.
has some news about it.
Yes, 100%. So we're about to provide the ranking of our least favorite or our most hated and our most favorite AI tools. While we're doing this, I'm just trying to find a video that I made where I actually integrated this, and I can show you guys an example of a video where I've plopped in some fun, engaging camera hooks. But in the meantime, yes, why don't we get over to you, Kobe? Why don't you rank your favorite tools, your apps, and we'll get that alpha to our community here. I'm going to take off my screen.
Okay, sounds good. And we can like turn this into some written content as well. But I would say, okay, yeah, maybe I'll share my screen just so I can show the tools as I rank them. Let's start at the top. And wait, do I want to include the Trav's tool, Higgsfield? That one's hard.
Maybe I will rate.
Okay.
I'll rate the video editing ones. You could rate yours.
Okay, sounds good. So the number one spot goes to Notebook LM. Why? Because simplicity, immediate value, and yeah, those two things, right? Simplicity and immediate value. That's why that's number one. It's just so easy to use. Again, you could upload a source, drop a YouTube link there. The second one would be Lindy. The one that actually, number two is going to be another Google product, Google AI Studio, which I didn't show earlier, but that's just one kind of platform that has all their models. This is going to be where you can try the easiest and the fastest, the Nano Banana model, which is kind of went viral. And then the coolest part about this, instead of like prompting it inside Gemini and just using their preset parameters, you can adjust the temperature of the model, which basically like, you know, how much creativity, how much like the top P, which is like the probability threshold. I really don't even know what that means. And then aspect ratio, right? You can actually just select a drop down there. And in Gemini or in any other like LLM with just the interface, you have to tell it or put it in a prompt and hope that it listens. So that's really cool. You can like generate applications as well. This is their like vibe coder as well.
Okay.
Yeah, very, very cool. So like dynamic text game, and then you can see what other people are making. That's the coolest part. Same with Lindy, which is number 3. The why Lindy makes the top 3. Obviously, there's like, in my opinion, there's value here, but you kind of need to be a slightly more advanced user to grasp the value. But they have templates, so kind of you can go through all the templates and you say, hey, is this even worth my time to try to mess with? Like, what kind of agent would I even want? If you see stuff on the list that is your vibe, then you might want to play around with it more. And then all the slide apps are going to be the ones after that. The top slide app, just for simplicity, is going to be the gamma.app. And then the second one is going to be Chronicle. And again, these aren't often you're going to see them market themselves for pitch decks and sales presentations, but you like be creative. Like, you can actually make these slides or these visuals to accompany your written content, right? Like, if we zoom in on this, like if you were writing a thread about a certain, I don't know, exchange or protocol, well, maybe you'd want to list certain like metrics like TVL, transaction volume. Well, you could make a slide to or an image to accompany your written content like that. And then one honorable mention that I didn't show, and I haven't really got to experiment. This is another one from Google Labs called Mixboard. So this is really cool. I don't really know what it does besides it's like a visual step-based like AI media creation platform.
That was the
So
slowest explainer I've ever heard in my life.
Right. So it's like connects different nodes, kind of like a Zapier or an N8N, except for visuals, right? So you could have like picture here, and then like branch them off into two, like to like do A/B testing. So it's basically just like Higgsfield on steroids for it's like Canva versus Figma. This is your Figma.
Okay. That's pretty cool. Okay. Yeah. That's awesome. Quantic, what are your reactions to that so far?
Right now, I think I'm gonna go and check out the tools from Covey, but like I said before, the main issue that I'm having these days is that I need to simplify my life, and this is adding like more things. So yeah, what I would say is like just try out this stuff because it's really some of them are going to be really revolutionary, and you can tell from this stream really how you can optimize certain tasks. But I don't want people to get overwhelmed. I certainly want, and I will continue to work with the tools that I'm already using in which they incorporate AI. But I do think that it's necessary to explore some of these, and I think that Kobe really really did a nice job on simplifying this.
I love it.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Kobe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Notebook LM. Sorry, that's going to be the one that actually provides the simplification for you for sure. Go ahead, Trav.
Perfect. So to end it off, first of all, if you guys want all of this documented, which all of the tools that we've spoken about, how to access them, all of these different things, definitely drop a comment below the live stream, and we will make sure to get that to you ASAP. So yeah, appreciate you, Kobe, for that. And so maybe to end this off, I'm going to talk about right now the best free AI tool. Higgsfield you can use for free. I guess my favorite video generators, and for anyone who spends time on X, who even just needs like a visual hook. This isn't necessarily even for video editors. If you want to create a video hook, you can use these tools. So for me, the winner has got to be Higgsfield. It's awesome. I'd like to showcase to you, to really bring this to life, 2 examples of use cases for this, and like it'll take like maybe 5-10 seconds each. So I'm just going to share my screen here. Here is the first. So here's an actual video that I was paid to create, and I integrated AI into it. So this one was for Tectum, and it was basically it was partway through the video. I had to add a different or an additional comment that the team had asked for, but I wanted to do it in a way that stood out, and I had already recorded the rest of the video. So this is what I did.
For announcements that are coming soon. The team has informed me that there will be a significant discount for participants of the first wave presale.
So that right there.
Before I
is
forget,
one.
not only will you have a significant discount if you're buying early, but you'll have even more of the discount if you buy with the TED token. So make sure to check it out. Further,
So that was pretty cool. What do you guys think of that?
Yo, I dig that. I would almost like. I know you're not looking for feedback, but like that, the cut could almost be the beginning.
Oh, 100%.
That's a good point. That's a good point. And from how it looks from the outside, it looks like you're really like advanced user of this thing. So it would be great if we can maybe at some point do some sort of workshop or whatever on how can people reproduce this kind of thing, right?
100%.
It's great. Like
Spoiler.
nothing to add.
It's super easy. I've already done it in this. It's just a matter of figuring out the right moments to use it. But yeah, absolutely, we can do that. And here's the other use case right here. This video that I made, which now has about 5,000 views and has got me multiple clients. This one right here. We'll watch a couple seconds of it. But all of
what
these
did I accomplish today?
I made using
Be closer.
Higgsfield.
Hey, bud.
Anyways, so yeah, essentially that. You can make really cool edits. It's just a matter of becoming kind of creative and thinking about these ideas, which I think for me is the hardest part. But yeah, if you once
Did that
you
go
start,
viral for you?
yeah, about 4K views.
That's
So
viral
semi-viral?
compared to what we've been doing.
Yeah, right. I'll
Good
take
shit,
it.
bro.
I've had this one pinned for a while as well. So I had a couple other posts go relatively viral. So whenever that happens, this gets boosted in views here. So yeah, stop screen share. So yes, first and foremost, Higgsfield, #1 for my own personal use case, but also, you don't even have to be making videos like I said. So let's just pull this up one more time. I know we are way over time here, gentlemen. So I think this is going to add some value here. So even if you want to, so let's change this out here. So let's go to trending. I'm trying to find a good example. So even something like this, angel wings, plop a picture of yourself doing whatever, press this angel wings one. You know, you can have just like a 5-second video of you sitting there with angel wings popping out your back and post something about that. You know what I mean? Or like this one here, disintegration. You know, have that as your hook. A picture of you sitting there, and all of a sudden you turn into dust, like in Avengers, something like that. That will capture people's attention. You don't have to add that to a video. You can just write a long form post, write a medium form post, write a short form post, plop that as a little video, a visual hook. That could be enough to gain people's attention. You know, this one here, flood. You're hanging out in your office, all of a sudden the room fills with water. That's going to capture people's attention. This one here, you burst into flame, then you turn into metal and you start crackling with lightning. You know, 5-second video can be enough to capture people's attention. So like just kind of the other end of the spectrum of use cases for Higgsfield is just that, you know. Excuse me. So blasting through this because we are definitely out of time here. Higgsfield's number one. I actually really like Grok now. Grok Imagine, and not everyone's gonna have access to this. I think you do have to pay for like the blue check mark on X to be able to get access to this, but it's kind of got awesome. It used to be horrible, but now it's really good. You can take a video or an image, or you can generate an image, which the video or the image generating now is awesome. Like the other day, I wonder if I can pull this up here real quick. Are you guys okay if I spend like one more second doing this here? Let's have a look here.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, you said that it's gotten better because I kind of when it launched and it was shit. I kind of like just like discounted it since then.
Yeah, it's really cool. So let's say make me an image of Elon Musk fighting. Nope.
Sam Altman.
Holy. I did that yesterday. It was cool, but I want to do fighting a gorilla. Just, I don't know. That's
Same
what
difference.
I'm inspired by it now. So the cool thing about this, and I've never seen this in any other AI generating softwares, is now it makes like a whole bunch of images for you. Of course, I didn't do it.
Yeah, with
this time.
OpenAI, it only make like if you pay the $200 for ChatGPT a month, it gives you the 2. For those, I don't pay the $200, but I have access to somebody's account that does, and it creates 2 as well. Oh, there's a make video button. That's the cool part. That's very cool.
Now you can make a video. Let's make it spicy. This one's actually kind of hilarious.
That's cool, man. That's so like, you know, that is more appropriate for our audience, I think, right? Because you know, if you already are paying for Twitter Premium or whatever the heck it is, X, then you're gonna have access to it. Make a video or make an image, and then right there in the same UI.
Yeah, and there's audio. Can you guys hear that?
Yeah,
like,
that's so bad, but
it's not terrible. Let's do fun, and like you can. It's just like click of a mouse. You don't need to prompt anything, and like the images that are like for visual recognition, they're kind of on point. Like that actually looks like Elon Musk throughout most of the video here.
Just mute that. Mute it.
There we go.
Oh, cool! I like that one better. Like the physics
are gonna get there. Like it's gonna improve, and you can see the potential.
Exactly. Awesome. Right.
And they're investing so heavy in data centers more than just as much as like the OpenAIs of the world. So they're getting special permits and stuff in Memphis to build with like no restrictions, and they're like polluting the water and air but whatever. Yeah,
water and air.
Yeah, right.
Also, just a quick shout out here. They have a voice option as well, where you can plop an image in, write the script, and Grok will actually make that image say the words you want it to say, which is so helpful for content creators as well. Like I've used that one for like, here's a bit of a hack here. Let's say Alex Finn posts a picture of himself looking at the camera and then has this long form post with it, but there's like, basically what I've done before is I've taken that picture, loaded it into Grok AI, and then had it say one of the lines from the post, and then I'll reply that to Alex. And 9 times out of 10, the person is like, dude, that's awesome. Can I have that? And like, then if Alex replies to it, then a whole bunch of other people will start to reply to it. You've just jacked up your reply game. So like, little secret sauce that's been working really, really well for me. I've also been doing that to Elon Musk's posts. The other day I got one that was I got 100,000 views, or 130 or 140,000 views from doing something like that. Like it for a reply guy, it makes a huge freaking difference here. So yeah,
basically,
shout out Grok.
Yeah, shout out Grok. And what I pulled from that, and this is for the audience, is the last kind of like point I'll make today, is that when we talk about reply guide, right, and like growing your account and stuff, it's Trav just gave us proof that it's not a quantity game. It is, you do want to do volume, but the higher quality and more time you're spending on those comments, you're going to just have a much larger effect, because it's not just about the creator noticing you. It's about being that first comment that everyone sees, pulling, you know, like running up the views on your comment. Inherently, that's going to create profile visits and then
100%.
snowball into growth. And Trav showed us that, you know, if you take 5 minutes instead of just like instead of copy pasting into ChatGPT or having an AI agent do it, giving it that love and attention, just like I need from you guys, is is how you're going to really be like the best reply guy. And yeah, that's all I got.
100%. Also, exhibit A of why this is working so well. Donald Trump just posted a clearly AI video generation, and he got 32 million views off just a stupid AI video. I mean, so like you could use something like this with Higgsfield and get 32 million views. Like clearly A plus B equals C. So there we go.
You think he's
Any-
making them, or
No,
or is
there's no
Quantic
way
is Quantic's probably
he's
making
smart
them
enough.
for Trump?
Yeah, Quantic, you making Trump's AI videos, my friend?
No, I can't spend my time like that, guys.
Perfect. You're the
Speaking of
first-
time,
Yes. Real quick to end this off, though, we've dumped a lot of stuff on our audience today. We've dumped a lot of stuff on you there, Quantic. What are your reactions to kind of our final thoughts here? Did we just spew out way too much information, or was there any logical sense to what we were talking about?
I mean, I was able to follow all of the things. I don't know if people in our audience will be able to do that, to be honest, but we need their feedback, right? So, guys, today we talk about a bunch of stuff. Please make sure to give us some feedback, even if it's on DM, you don't want to talk there or whatever. Just do it, because we need your input in order to keep improving. We're gonna continue doing these live streams. We're gonna continue discussing what's going on Pump.fun. That could be interesting as well. But in order to shape our community and what we do next, we really need to hear from you. So we really appreciate that. As always, we're going to be here each Friday. And I think, Trav, we're on time to now close this up.
I think so too. Kobe, any final words from you?
nah, man. Yeah, just don't get overwhelmed. You will get overwhelmed by a lot of these tools, but and I would just suggest everybody kind of reverse engineer this thought process and think about first, like what kind of stuff do I already do? What's taking me the most time? What type of things am I doing that could use leveling up? Instead of thinking about the tools first, think about you, the human, and then think about the tools later. The secret to success is getting started.
I love that. Thank you so much. Very well said. Very well said. Let's give you one of these, and let's give you one of these. Perfect. My final takeaway is now you know these tools exist. The best way to start integrating them into your life, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't, seeing if you're good at something, seeing if you're not, trying to get better at something, is like Quantic says so eloquently, fuck around and find out. So let's leave it at that here. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Trav. We have got Kobe. We have got Quantic. And this has been another episode of Web3 Matters. Definitely make sure to join us next time. Let's get this going here, where we are going to be exploring Pump.fun, maybe create a token, definitely do a live stream. It's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We will see you next week, same time, same place. See you next time.
Bye bye.